Bad Boy Records ran the East Coast back in the day, but most people don't know about how many rappers from the label ended up falling off, dying in suspicious ways, joining cults, or going to prison. And today we're breaking down all of the wild stories behind the scenes and the curse of P. Diddy's Bad Boy record label. Most people think Biggie Smalls was the dude who put Bad Boy Records on the map, but without Craig Mack, the label would have never happened. Back in '93, Diddy had just been fired from Uptown Records as an A&R and wanted to start his own lane with Bad Boy Records. Diddy allegedly got 10 mil from Arista Records to help him start Bad Boy, but Diddy knew that he needed to start putting out his or the money would run out fast. Craig Mack was the first artist that Diddy wanted on the label, and Mack is the one who saved Bad Boy. Craig Mack was a rapper from Long Island who worked as a roadie for the group EPMD. Craig got introduced to Diddy through some mutual friends and ended up spitting a freestyle for him. Diddy was so impressed, he decided to offer Craig a deal with Bad Boy. Craig Flavor in Your Ear and put Bad Boy Records on the map overnight. The track started running up crazy numbers and stayed at number 1 on the Billboard rap chart for 14 weeks. Then the remix with Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, Rampage, and Biggie went even crazier. Flavor in Your Ear got a lot of eyes on Bad Boy Records, but then Diddy stopped pushing Craig Mack after Biggie started popping off. Craig Mack had a lot of momentum after Flavor in Your Ear dropped, but Diddy played him dirty when he dropped Biggie's album 1 week before Mack's. Biggie was the hottest new rapper in the game, and everybody knew that the fans were going to be paying more attention to him. But instead of giving the situation some time to settle down, Diddy dropped Craig Mack's album while everyone was still listening to Biggie's record. What made the situation even worse for Mack is that Biggie didn't really rock with him either. They were on the same label, but Biggie took a shot at Craig Mack on the song Big Papa and rapped, "Sleep with, keep the EP a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mack than Craig, and in the bed, believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy." According to sources, Diddy didn't like Mack because Mack wouldn't bow down to him like other people did. Craig Mack wanted to do things his own way, and that's why Diddy put him on the shelf and kept pushing his second album back. Craig Mack only got a $25K advance for joining Bad Boy, and that was going fast. Since Diddy stopped pushing him on the radio and features, Mack's album sales slowed down and he wasn't getting booked for shows. By '96, Craig Mack was ready to file for bankruptcy just to get out of his deal with Bad Boy. But then he tried to make a deal with Diddy's biggest enemy, Suge Knight. Suge Knight wanted to sign Craig Mack to Death Row Records. He flew Mack out to LA and offered him a $200K advance plus over $1 million for his recording budget. Suge Knight was trying to open up an East Coast Death Row, and he wanted Mack to be the face of it. But that all changed when Tupac got murdered. Death Row started falling apart after Tupac died, so Craig Mack never got his deal. And what made it even worse is that Diddy hated Mack more than ever for trying to link up with Suge Knight. According to sources, Diddy blackballed Mack in the industry, and that's why Mack ended up falling off and joining the cult. Craig Mack disappeared for years. Then in 2012, a video came out where he was part of a cult called the Overcomer Ministry in South Carolina.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Craig Mack.
And what did you used to do when you was in the world?
Wickedness.
Wickedness. Oh, okay. And what are you doing now?
Righteousness.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, my God.
The cult was run by a dude named Brother Stare, who had convictions for assault, battery, and messing with kids. Everybody was shocked to see Craig Mack wrapped up in a crazy situation like that.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
But sources close to him say that Diddy was the reason. After Diddy destroyed Mack's career, Mack got depressed and was allegedly about to murder somebody that he made a shady record deal with. But right before he was going to do the hit, Craig Mack heard Brother Stare on the radio and decided to move his family to South Carolina. Craig Mack tragically ended up dying in 2018, and rumors say that Diddy is a big reason behind it. Mack was allegedly diagnosed with HIV/AIDS, but refused to get treatment for it. The Overcomer cult was known for not trusting doctors, and reports say that at least 3 other people in the cult died because Brother Stare didn't want them to go to hospitals. If Diddy didn't push Craig Mack out of the industry, he probably would have never ended up going to South Carolina and joining the cult. But Craig Mack isn't the only Bad Boy artist that Diddy destroyed. Back in '98, Shine was just a normal dude who freestyled on the streets. Shine was originally from Belize in Central America, but moved to Brooklyn when he was a kid, which is when he started getting into hip-hop. One day he was rapping at a barbershop in Brooklyn, and that's when a producer named DJ Clark Kent heard his skills. At the time, DJ Clark Kent was working on Biggie's third album, Born Again, and Shine had a flow that sounded a lot like Biggie. So Clark Kent thought Diddy might want to meet him. Clark Kent brought Shine to the Bad Boy offices, and Diddy signed him on the spot. Shine allegedly got a 7-figure deal, 3 cars, and 2 houses. But Sean had no idea that he just made the worst mistake of his life. Sean started getting features on other Bad Boy projects and was getting a lot of buzz on his name. But then he went to a club with Diddy and everything changed. On December 27th, 1999, Sean went to the club with Diddy and his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. According to rumors, J-Lo snuck a gun into the club for Diddy. And when a fight broke out that night, Diddy upped the strap and shot 3 people. Diddy got into an argument with a street dude from Brooklyn named Matthew Allen, aka Scar. Diddy supposedly knocked over Scar's drink, which led to an argument. Scar or one of his homies allegedly threw a wad of cash in Diddy's face, which is when they all pulled out straps. Bullets started flying and 3 people got hit, including one woman who got shot in the face. Sean and Diddy both got charged for the shooting, but Diddy was allegedly the only one who actually hit anybody. Sean said he shot into the air and didn't hit anyone. And at the trial, a ballistics expert said that Sean probably wasn't the one who hit people when he shot. A woman who got hit in the face claims that Diddy is the one who shot her. But Diddy ended up skating on the case, and Sean got hit with a 10-year sentence instead. Diddy had a different lawyer than Sean, and Diddy's team allegedly brought in witnesses to make it sound like Sean was the one who shot 3 people. Diddy hired Johnny Cochran, the same lawyer who worked on the O.J. Simpson case. So Diddy ended up getting off because he had more money, and Sean was still just an up-and-coming artist. Sean hadn't even dropped his first official single until he was already locked up. So Sean had no way of fighting back with Diddy working against him. Nas even raps about it on the track Purple and said, "The whole city is mine, pretty as Dom. I don't like the way P. Diddy did Shine with different lawyers. Why it's mentioned in my rhymes? Fuck it, it's just an intro. Hate it or love it, like it, bump it or dump it." Sean never snitched on Diddy or said exactly what happened, but Sean continued to claim that he was innocent and that everyone knows he took the fall for someone else. Sean got out of prison in 2009, but the cops deported him to his home country of Belize, and he left the rap game for good. Sean ended up going into politics, and after the news broke about Diddy getting arrested, Sean said Diddy destroyed his life.
Let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
Sean and Craig Mack both have their careers destroyed by Diddy, but Mace decided to leave the game when he was one of the hottest rappers in the industry. After Biggie died, Mace put Bad Boy on his back and kept the label going. Mace had signed a big deal with Diddy and was dropping huge hits with Biggie and other Bad Boy artists. And in '97, he dropped his first album and went 4 times platinum. Mace started his own label too and wanted to take over the whole game, but he allegedly wasn't rocking with everything going on behind the scenes. In 1999, Mace dropped his second album, but then he dropped a bomb on his fans and announced that he was retiring from the rap game to become a preacher. Mace said that he was leading people, friends, kids, and others down a path to hell and wanted to change how he was moving. Mace left the industry for years. Then in 2004, he came back with a new project on Bad Boy Records. It was clear that Mace still didn't want to be around Diddy though. He was rocking with 50 Cent and G-Unit, but Diddy allegedly blocked Mace from dropping an album on 50's label. Mace ended up retiring again because Diddy was still controlling his career and Mace didn't want anything to do with him. Mace never aired Diddy out back in the day, but after the abuse allegations started coming out against Diddy, Mace said that's what he had to escape when he left Bad Boy Records.
Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped.
Mace said that during his time at Bad Boy, he was writing a lot of the music Diddy was getting credit for. Mace said he was always in the studio making music while Diddy was out partying but wasn't seeing any money from it. Diddy also wasn't letting Mace level up and be anything other than his hype man. So eventually, Mace decided to leave the industry altogether just to get away from Diddy. When Mace retired for the first time, a lot of people thought Black Rob was going to become the face of Bad Boy Records. He had a hit track called Whoa that ran up big numbers. But Black Rob allegedly got crossed by Diddy and totally fell off. In 2005, Black Rob dropped his second album but had really weak numbers. According to reports, Diddy didn't want to help him get his career back on track, so Black Rob started robbing people to get his money up. Then in 2006, Black Rob got hit with a 7-year sentence after the cops found a bunch of stolen jewelry in his hotel room. Black Rob tried to get some momentum back in the industry after he came home from prison, but Diddy allegedly didn't support him at all, and Black Rob ended up homeless. Around 2020 and 2021, fans started a GoFundMe page to help Black Rob out. He had 4 strokes and couldn't afford to get help, and a lot of people thought Diddy should have stepped in to help his old homie out. Diddy didn't do anything about the situation though, and on April 17th, 2021, Black Rob tragically died from a heart attack. Back when Black Rob was popping off on Bad Boy, one of his homies from the label was a dude named G-Dep. G-Dep signed a $350K deal in '98 for 5 albums, but Diddy played him dirty and only released one album for G-Dep on Bad Boy. After Diddy dropped him from the label, G-Dep fell into a crazy PCP addiction and got arrested over 25 times. Then in 2010, G-Dep walked into a police station and admitted to killing the dude back in '93. Apparently, G-Dep had tried to tell the cops before, but the other 2 times he went to the station, they just thought he was hot. But in October '93, G-Dep shot and killed a dude during a robbery that went left. G-Dep got convicted of second-degree murder and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. But in April 2024, he finally came home and was trying to get back in the rap game. What's crazy is that G-Dep is pretty much the only Bad Boy artist who defended Diddy after the abuse allegations came out. G-Dep said he never saw anything weird going down when he was hanging out with Diddy back in the day. But a lot of people think G-Dep is just trying to use Diddy's name to get back in the spotlight after being locked up for 12 years. G-Dep wasn't the only dude from Bad Boy Records with some crazy legal drama though. Back in the day, a rapper named Loon was tight with Mace and was in a crew with him called Harlem World. Harlem World ended up splitting up in '99, but then Mace brought Loon around Diddy and Bad Boy Records. Loon had some big hits on the label, like I Need a Girl Part 1 and 2, but he didn't stay around Bad Boy for long. Just like his homie Mace, Loon decided to give up on the rap game and go into religion instead. He converted to Islam and retired from the industry. And that's why everybody was shocked when Loon made headlines again in 2011.
You realize no matter who wins, no one
is coming to save you.
I'm 55.
Loon got arrested in Brussels for selling heroin and was sent back to America to go to trial. He got hit with a long sentence, but then during the COVID-19 pandemic, the prison let him out early on July 29, 2020. Biggie Smalls was the most popular artist on Bad Boy Records and one of the greatest rappers of all time. But rumors say he was trying to get away from Diddy before he died. What a lot of fans don't know is that Diddy is the one who allegedly sparked the whole East vs West Coast beef on purpose so he could sell more records. Back in the day, Biggie and Tupac were tight with each other, and Biggie even crashed on Pac's couch when he was on the West Coast. But after Tupac got robbed and shot, he started thinking Diddy and Biggie were involved with the situation. Tupac had gone to Quad Studios in New York to record some verses when he was robbed in the lobby and ended up getting shot 5 times because he wouldn't give up his jewelry. Right before he went to the studio, Tupac heard people yelling at him from above him and realized it was Lil Cease and other members of Biggie's group, Junior Mafia. So Tupac knew that Biggie was there that night and always thought Biggie had something to do with him getting set up. What made it even worse is that Biggie's track, Who Shot Ya, dropped right after the shooting went down. The track wasn't actually a diss against Tupac, but sources say Diddy knew Tupac would get heated about the track, and that's why he released it right after the shooting, so he could spark the beef between Pac and Biggie. After Pac dissed Biggie, Diddy, and the rest of Bad Boy on the track Hit 'Em Up, Biggie told everyone in the crew not to respond. Biggie still wanted to squash everything with Pac, but Diddy got so pressed about Hit 'Em Up, he allegedly put a bag on Pac's head and got him killed. A dude named Keefy D, who was affiliated with the Compton Crips, said in the taped interview that Diddy had offered him $1 million to kill Tupac and Suge Knight. Years later, Keefy D ended up getting arrested in connection with Tupac's murder and told police it was Diddy who ordered the hit. According to sources, Biggie actually cried when he heard that Pac was killed. Some people say that Biggie wanted to get away from Diddy and leave Bad Boy Records after the murder went down. But Biggie got killed too before he had the chance to leave Bad Boy for good. There's no evidence that P. Diddy actually set Biggie up, but some people think Diddy got him killed because Biggie wanted to leave and Diddy knew that his album sales would go crazy after he died. And Biggie isn't the only dude around Diddy who got gunned down though. Anthony Wolf Jones was Diddy's bodyguard for years, and they had known each other ever since they were kids. Wolf got caught up in the nightclub shooting case with Diddy and Sean, but Wolf skated on the charges just like Diddy. Rumors say that Wolf was putting in all kinds of work for Diddy, but then in 2003, he got shot and killed in Atlanta after somebody allegedly set him up. Diddy had ties to Big Meech and the Black Mafia family, and when Diddy was in the South, he would hire BMF dudes for extra protection. Wolf knew all of those guys too, but he allegedly got into an argument with Big Meech because he saw Meech with his ex-girlfriend at a club. Wolf got tossed out of the club, but he allegedly waited around with his homie Riz. Later that night, Meech and his bodyguard were leaving, and that's when they ran into Wolf and Riz again. It's not clear how it all happened, but both sides started shooting, and Wolf and Riz both ended up dead. There's a lot of rumors about what went down that night, and some people think Diddy actually wanted BMF to take Wolf down. There's no hard evidence to back the story up, but rumors say that Wolf had a lot of dirt on Diddy, so Diddy had him killed. Diddy wasn't just allegedly getting people killed though, and the entire time he was running Bad Boy Records, Diddy was putting hands on his own artists. Back in the early 2000s, Diddy signed a girl group called Danity Kane. Their first album ran up crazy numbers, but nobody knew what was going on behind the scenes. Around the same time, Diddy was dating a singer named Cassie, and she's the one who kicked off the abuse allegations against Diddy. Diddy sexually assaulted Cassie and put hands on her constantly while they were dating, and Danity Kane ended up getting involved with the situation too. One of the women in the band was a girl named Dawn Richard, and she said that Diddy put hands on her too because she tried to defend Cassie from him. Dawn Richard sued P. Diddy in September 2024 and said that Diddy told her that he could end people. Freddie P was in another group that was signed to Bad Boy Records called The Band, and after Diddy got arrested, Freddie P said that Diddy had been abusing dudes in the industry for years. There were a lot of people who signed deals with Bad Boy and only lasted for a couple of years, and rumors say that Diddy was abusing almost all of them. Diddy had another girl group on a label called Total. They blew up off of tracks like What You Want with Maze and Can't You See with Biggie. But their biggest hit was when they linked up with Biggie and sang on the hook for his track Juicy. Total broke up out of nowhere, and rumors say that Diddy was responsible for it. None of the women in the group have actually accused Diddy of anything, but Pamela Long told Hip Hop News Uncensored that she wasn't going to talk about Diddy and Bad Boy Records because it would be wrong to speak on it. Besides all of Diddy's artists who ended up dead or in jail, there's way more people whose careers just disappeared after they signed to Bad Boy. Artists like Red Cafe, King Los, Jordan McCoy, and more signed deals with Diddy but never even got to put out an album. Diddy has over 100 people accusing him of abuse right now, and there's a good chance that way more artists from Bad Boy Records are about to come out and speak against him. 50 Cent is putting a documentary out on Netflix about the situation, and rumors say that a ton of people from the label are going to expose Diddy even more. Bad Boy Records was one of the biggest labels in the game, but at the end of the day, it destroyed way more careers than it ever built.
It really did.